Throughout history, the Stoics have been revered not just for their philosophical insights, but also for their deep understanding of human psychology. They mastered the art of reading subtle cues, understanding intentions, and discerning the truth behind actions. This wisdom is particularly valuable when it comes to understanding the desires of women. Women often communicate their interest in nuanced, nonverbal ways, and mastering the ability to read these signals can make all the difference. In this episode, we'll explore the 7 key ways to know if a woman wants to have sex with you. These are subtle signs rooted in the psychology of attraction, and understanding them requires a keen eye and a sharp mind, traits the Stoics valued highly. By the end of this video, you'll be better equipped to interpret these cues and understand her intentions. So, stay with us until the end to learn how to recognize these signs with the wisdom of the Stoics. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Your engagement is not just a way to support our channel, but it also signals your commitment to mastering the art of relationships. Now, let's dive into the first sign, her gaze. Chapter 1. Gaze. The eyes are often called the windows to the soul, and they play a crucial role in nonverbal communication. A woman's gaze can reveal a great deal about her interest in you, particularly when it comes to sexual attraction. The Stoics understood the power of observation, and in this case, it's all about noticing how she looks at you. When a woman is attracted to you, her eyes will naturally gravitate towards you. This might manifest in lingering glances, where she holds your gaze just a little longer than usual. These moments can feel electric, as if there's an unspoken understanding between the two of you. The Stoics believed that such moments of connection are meaningful and should not be overlooked. One of the key indicators that she's interested in something more intimate is when her gaze softens as she looks at you. This softening is a subconscious signal of vulnerability and openness, suggesting that she feels comfortable and safe in your presence, 2 critical factors that often precede sexual attraction. Moreover, if she's looking at your lips while you're speaking, this can be a clear sign that she's thinking about kissing you. The Stoics might argue that such a focus on the mouth reflects a deeper, more primal attraction, rooted in the desire for closeness and connection. This kind of gaze indicates that she's not just listening to your words, but is also imagining a more intimate interaction. Another telltale sign is when her eyes seem to light up when she sees you. This is not just a figure of speech. Scientifically, our pupils dilate when we see something or someone we like. If her eyes appear larger or more animated when she looks at you, this could be a physiological response indicating her attraction. However, it's important to note that context matters. A lingering gaze in a quiet, intimate setting is more telling than a similar look in a crowded, noisy environment where distractions abound. The Stoics would remind us to always consider the environment and the situation when interpreting these signals. It's also worth paying attention to how often she looks at you. If you catch her frequently glancing in your direction, especially when she thinks you're not looking, this could indicate that you're on her mind more than she lets on. The Stoics believed in the importance of subtlety and the power of what is not said but shown. In conclusion, a woman's gaze is a powerful indicator of her interest in you. By learning to read the nuances of her eye contact, you can gain valuable insights into her desires. Remember, the Stoics valued wisdom and awareness in all interactions, and mastering the art of reading a woman's gaze is a step toward understanding her intentions. Chapter 2. Touch. Touch is one of the most direct and potent ways a woman communicates her interest in you. The Stoics, who believed in the importance of human connection, would likely see touch as a profound indicator of intimacy and desire. When a woman initiates physical contact or responds positively to your touch, it's often a clear sign that she's comfortable with you and may be interested in something more. One of the first things to notice is how she responds when you touch her, even in a casual manner. If she leans into your touch, rather than pulling away, this is a strong signal that she enjoys being close to you. For example, if you brush your hand against hers and she doesn't move away, or if she playfully touches your arm during conversation, these are good signs that she's comfortable with physical closeness. On the other hand, pay attention to whether she initiates touch herself. This could be something as subtle as brushing lint off your shirt, playfully nudging you, or even resting her hand on your shoulder or arm. These small gestures often indicate that she's trying to establish a connection, testing the waters to see how you'll respond. The Stoics would advise paying careful attention to these moments, as they can reveal much about her intentions. Another important aspect is the type of touch. Is it casual and friendly, or does it linger a bit longer than necessary? A lingering touch often suggests that she's comfortable with you on a deeper level and may be open to taking things further. For instance, if she hugs you and the hug lasts a second or two longer than expected, it's likely not just a friendly gesture. Also, consider the setting. If a woman touches you more frequently in a relaxed, private setting, such as when the two of you are alone or in a quiet environment, this could be a sign that she's feeling more intimate and connected to you in that moment. The Stoics would remind us to be observant and mindful of the context in which these interactions occur. Touch can also manifest in more obvious ways, such as when a woman touches her own body in your presence. This might include playing with her hair, touching her neck, or adjusting her clothing. These self-touching behaviors can be a way of drawing attention to her body and can signal that she's thinking about physical intimacy. The Stoics, who believed in the power of self-awareness, would suggest that these actions, whether conscious or unconscious, reveal underlying desires. Finally, the frequency of touch is important. If she's finding reasons to touch you throughout your interaction, even in small ways, this cumulative effect can indicate a growing attraction. The Stoics would likely argue that repeated actions, especially those done with intention, carry significant meaning. In summary, touch is a powerful and direct way that a woman can show her interest in you. By being attuned to the nuances of physical contact and understanding the context in which it occurs, you can better interpret her intentions and respond accordingly. The Stoics valued the wisdom that comes from paying attention to the small details in life, and touch is one such detail that speaks volumes about a woman's desires. Chapter 3: Self-Touch. One of the most telling signs that a woman is interested in being intimate is the way she touches herself while in your presence. This form of nonverbal communication is deeply rooted in psychology, and it can be a powerful indicator of her desires. When a woman is attracted to you and is considering taking things to the next level, you might notice her engaging in subtle self-touching gestures. These actions are often unconscious, revealing her underlying emotions and attraction. Self-touching behaviors can range from gently stroking her neck or collarbone to playing with her hair or even lightly brushing her lips with her fingers. These actions are not random. They are often done to draw attention to specific parts of her body, signaling that she is thinking about how those areas might be involved in a more intimate encounter. For example, when a woman touches her neck, she is not only highlighting a sensitive and vulnerable part of her body, but also inviting you to notice it. The Stoics, who were masters of self-control and observation, would advise paying close attention to these subtle cues. While they believed in maintaining a composed and rational demeanor, they also understood the importance of being attuned to the emotions and signals of others. In the context of attraction, noticing a woman's self-touching behavior can help you gauge her level of interest and desire. It's important to note that self-touching is often a subconscious action. A woman may not even be aware that she is doing it, which makes it an even more authentic indicator of her feelings. When she's comfortable and attracted to you, she might also touch her arms or legs, smooth down her clothes, or even play with jewelry or accessories. All of these gestures are ways of drawing attention to herself and creating a sense of intimacy. However, it's crucial to consider the context. A woman's self-touching behavior should be viewed in conjunction with other signs of attraction. For instance, if she is leaning in closer to you, maintaining eye contact, and smiling while she touches her hair, it's likely that she's interested in taking things further. On the other hand, if she seems distant or disinterested while engaging in similar gestures, it might be more of a habit or a way to comfort herself rather than a sign of sexual interest. The Stoics would also caution against making assumptions solely based on one sign. They believed in the importance of rational judgment and gathering all the facts before coming to a conclusion. In the case of interpreting self-touching behaviors, it's wise to consider the overall context of your interaction. Is she laughing at your jokes, leaning in when you speak, or finding reasons to touch you as well? If these behaviors align with her self-touching gestures, it's a strong indication that she's interested in more than just conversation. Moreover, self-touching can also serve as a way for her to communicate her desires without having to verbalize them. Many women prefer to express their interest through actions rather than words, especially in situations where they might feel vulnerable or uncertain about your feelings. By responding positively to her cues, you can create an environment where she feels safe and encouraged to explore her desires further. In summary, self-touching is a subtle yet powerful sign that a woman may be ready to take your relationship to a more intimate level. By observing these behaviors with the keen eye of a Stoic, you can better understand her intentions and respond in a way that respects her feelings and desires. Remember, the key is to be attentive, considerate, and patient, allowing the relationship to develop naturally based on mutual attraction and respect. Chapter 4: Proximity. Proximity is one of the most telling indicators of a woman's interest in you. When a woman consistently chooses to be close to you, it's a clear sign that she is comfortable and possibly desires more intimacy. The Stoics, with their deep understanding of human nature, would recognize this as an important clue in the complex dance of attraction. Physical closeness is not just about being near someone, it's about creating a connection and building a sense of intimacy. When a woman frequently finds reasons to be in your personal space, whether she's standing close to you in conversation, brushing past you, or sitting next to you when other seats are available, it's often a sign that she wants to deepen the connection. In many cases, a woman will use proximity to gauge your reaction. She might test the waters by subtly moving closer to you during a conversation or by finding excuses to touch you lightly. This could be as simple as brushing an imaginary piece of lint off your shoulder or playfully nudging you during a joke. These small gestures are her way of communicating interest without saying it outright. The Stoics understood that actions often speak louder than words. They would advise you to be observant of these subtle movements. When a woman moves into your personal space, she is not just being friendly, she is signaling that she feels safe and possibly wants more. This proximity allows for a greater exchange of nonverbal communication, such as eye contact and touch, both of which are crucial in building sexual tension. However, the context in which proximity occurs is important. If a woman is consistently close to you, even in situations where she doesn't have to be, it's a strong indication of her interest. For example, if she leans in close during a conversation, allowing your arms or legs to touch, or if she chooses to stand or sit close enough that you can feel her presence, she's likely interested in something more. Proximity also plays a role in how she positions herself in group settings. If you're in a social situation and she continually gravitates towards you, even when there are other people around, it's a clear sign that she's drawn to you. She might position herself so that she's facing you, angling her body in your direction, or finding reasons to enter your personal space. These actions are her way of signaling that she's interested in being more than just friends. The Stoics believed in the importance of mutual respect and understanding in all relationships. When a woman uses proximity to signal her interest, it's important to respond in a way that respects her boundaries while also acknowledging her signals. If you're interested in her, you can reciprocate by subtly closing the gap between you, maintaining eye contact, and finding gentle ways to touch her. On the other hand, if you're not interested, it's essential to maintain a respectful distance to avoid sending mixed signals. The Stoics would encourage clear communication and honesty in these situations. It's better to gently create some space than to lead someone on by allowing the proximity to continue without reciprocation. In conclusion, proximity is a powerful, non-verbal way that women communicate their interest. When a woman consistently moves closer to you, she's likely signaling that she wants to deepen the connection. By understanding and responding to these cues, you can navigate the situation with the wisdom and clarity of a Stoic, ensuring that your interactions are respectful, genuine, and aligned with your intentions. Chapter 5. Lingering eye contact. Lingering eye contact is another strong indicator that a woman may be interested in taking your relationship to a more intimate level. The eyes are often said to be the windows to the soul, and in the realm of attraction, they can communicate what words cannot. When a woman holds your gaze longer than usual, it's a sign that she's focused on you and possibly considering something more. The Stoics understood the importance of eye contact in communication. They believed that through the eyes, one could convey honesty, confidence, and intent. In the context of attraction, prolonged eye contact is a way for a woman to express her interest without having to say anything. It's a silent invitation, a way of letting you know that she's paying attention to you and that you're on her mind. When a woman locks eyes with you, especially during moments of silence, she's likely trying to establish a deeper connection. This type of eye contact is often accompanied by a slight smile, dilated pupils, or a softening of her expression. These are all signs that she's not just looking at you, she's seeing you and inviting you to see her in return. The Stoics would advise you to meet her gaze with calmness and confidence. By holding eye contact, you show that you're equally interested and engaged. However, it's important to be mindful of how you respond. Too intense a stare can come off as aggressive or intimidating, while too little eye contact can signal disinterest or insecurity. The key is to find a balance that feels natural and comfortable for both of you. In social settings, lingering eye contact can be even more telling. If you catch her looking at you from across the room, or if her gaze lingers on you even when others are around, it's a sign that you're the one she's focused on. She might glance away quickly if she's shy, only to look back a moment later. This back and forth dance of eye contact is a classic way of building tension and anticipation. Another aspect to consider is how she responds when you initiate eye contact. If she mirrors your gaze, returning it with equal intensity, it's a strong indicator of mutual attraction. On the other hand, if she looks away quickly and avoids eye contact altogether, it could mean that she's not interested or feels uncomfortable. The Stoics would encourage you to observe these nuances and respond with sensitivity. It's also important to note that prolonged eye contact often leads to a physiological response. When two people are attracted to each other, their heart rates can synchronize, and a mutual gaze can trigger the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. This creates a sense of closeness and connection that goes beyond words. In relationships, lingering eye contact can be a way to deepen intimacy and reinforce your connection. Whether you're in the early stages of dating or in a long-term relationship, maintaining strong eye contact during conversations, especially during vulnerable moments, can strengthen your bond. In summary, lingering eye contact is a powerful tool in the realm of attraction. When a woman holds your gaze, she's likely signaling her interest in you. By responding with confidence and attentiveness, you can build a deeper connection and move closer to understanding her desires. The Stoics would remind you that while the eyes can communicate a great deal, it's essential to remain grounded and considerate, ensuring that your actions align with your values and intentions. Chapter 6. Playful teasing. Playful teasing is a dynamic and often misunderstood way a woman might express her interest in you. It's a complex interplay of humor, flirtation, and subtle communication that, when done right, can signal that she's comfortable with you and potentially interested in taking things to the next level. The Stoics, who valued wit and intelligence in human interactions, would recognize teasing as a form of intellectual play, an exchange that tests the waters of attraction. Teasing often emerges when a woman feels comfortable and confident around you. It's a way for her to engage with you on a more personal level, challenging you in a light-hearted manner that's meant to provoke a reaction. This could manifest as her gently mocking something you said, playfully disagreeing with you, or even giving you a hard time about something trivial. The key here is the tone. Teasing is meant to be fun, not hurtful, and it usually comes with a smile or laughter that shows she's just playing around. In the context of attraction, playful teasing serves several purposes. First, it's a way for her to express her interest without being overt. By teasing you, she's signaling that she's comfortable enough to drop her guard and be herself. This kind of banter can also create a sense of intimacy, as it involves a back-and-forth exchange that pulls you into a more personal interaction. The Stoics believed in the value of humor as a way to navigate life's challenges. They would see teasing as a way to bring lightness and joy into a relationship, while also testing the strength of the connection. When a woman teases you, she's not only showing that she's comfortable with you, but also that she's confident in her ability to keep you engaged. Teasing can also be a way for her to gauge your interest in return. How you respond to her jabs can tell her a lot about your sense of humor, your ability to take a joke, and how much you're invested in the interaction. If you can tease her back in a playful and respectful way, it often signals that you're on the same wavelength and that you enjoy this type of interaction as well. However, it's important to be mindful of the fine line between playful teasing and hurtful comments. The Stoics would advise maintaining a sense of balance and self-control in all interactions. If teasing becomes too harsh or crosses into the territory of insults, it can damage the relationship rather than strengthen it. Always pay attention to her reactions. If she seems genuinely hurt or uncomfortable, it's a sign that the teasing has gone too far. In social settings, teasing often serves as a way to create a connection in front of others. If a woman teases you in a group setting, it can be her way of drawing attention to your relationship and signaling to others that there's something special between you. This public display of affection, even in the form of teasing, can be a strong indicator of her interest. The Stoics would also encourage you to consider the broader context of the teasing. Is it consistent with other signs of attraction? Does she also make an effort to be near you, maintain eye contact, or initiate physical touch? If so, the teasing is likely part of a broader strategy to deepen the connection between you. In summary, playful teasing is a powerful and enjoyable way that a woman might show her interest in you. By engaging in this form of banter, she's expressing her comfort and attraction while also testing your compatibility. The Stoics would remind you to enjoy this playful exchange with a balanced approach, ensuring that it enhances the relationship rather than detracts from it. Chapter 7. Mirroring Behavior. Mirroring behavior is one of the most subtle yet significant signs that a woman is interested in you. It's a psychological phenomenon where a person subconsciously imitates the gestures, posture, and behaviors of someone they're attracted to. This mimicry is a way of creating rapport and establishing a deeper connection, often without even realizing it. The Stoics, who valued harmony and understanding in human relationships, would see mirroring as a natural expression of affinity and alignment. When a woman mirrors your behavior, she's essentially saying, "I'm in sync with you." This can happen in a variety of ways. She might adopt your mannerisms, mirror your body language, or even start using similar phrases and expressions. For instance, if you cross your legs, she might do the same shortly after. If you take a sip of your drink, she might reach for hers. These small, subtle actions are her way of building a connection and signaling that she feels a sense of unity with you. The Stoics would appreciate the significance of this behavior, understanding that it reflects a deeper level of engagement. Mirroring is not just about physical actions, it's also about emotional resonance. When a woman mirrors your behavior, she's often trying to align with you emotionally as well. This could mean that she's attuned to your mood, reacting in a way that complements your energy, whether it's matching your enthusiasm or sharing in your calmness. Mirroring can also extend to verbal communication. If you find that she starts using similar language or adopting phrases that you frequently use, it's a strong sign that she's paying close attention to you and wants to create a sense of similarity. This verbal mirroring helps to build a sense of camaraderie and shared understanding, making the conversation flow more naturally and comfortably. In social situations, mirroring behavior can be particularly telling. If a woman is interested in you, she might subtly mirror your interactions with others. For example, if you're engaging in light-hearted banter with friends, she might join in with similar humor. If you're more serious and reflective, she might adopt a similar tone. The Stoics would advise observing these behaviors carefully, as they can provide valuable insights into her level of interest and the nature of your connection. However, it's important to note that mirroring is usually unconscious. A woman might not even realize she's doing it, which makes it an even more genuine indicator of her feelings. The Stoics would see this as an expression of the natural alignment between two people who are drawn to each other. It's a way of saying, we're on the same page, without needing to verbalize it. Mirroring behavior can also be a sign of comfort and trust. When a woman feels safe and secure around you, she's more likely to let down her guard and subconsciously mirror your actions. This creates a feedback loop where both of you become more attuned to each other, deepening the connection and fostering a sense of mutual understanding. In relationships, mirroring can be a powerful tool for building intimacy. By recognizing and responding to her mirroring behavior, you can reinforce the connection and create a stronger bond. The Stoics would remind you to approach this with mindfulness, ensuring that your actions are authentic and aligned with your true intentions. In conclusion, mirroring behavior is a subtle yet profound way that a woman might express her interest in you. By aligning her actions and emotions with yours, she's signaling that she feels a deep connection and wants to strengthen the bond between you. The Stoics would encourage you to observe these behaviors with a discerning eye, understanding that they reflect a natural harmony that can lead to a more meaningful and fulfilling relationship. As we've explored these 7 ways to know if a woman wants to have S-X with you, it's clear that the signals can be subtle, but they are rooted in genuine human connection and psychology. The Stoics, with their deep understanding of human nature, would encourage us to approach these signs with mindfulness and respect, ensuring that our actions align with our values and the well-being of both parties involved. Recognizing these signals is about more than just understanding attraction. It's about building a connection based on mutual respect, trust, and shared understanding. The Stoics would remind us that true intimacy goes beyond physical desire. It's about creating a meaningful bond that honors both individuals' needs and emotions. As you navigate these interactions, remember to be patient and attentive. Each woman is unique, and while these signs can be helpful, they are not definitive. The key is to communicate openly, listen actively, and approach the relationship with genuine care and consideration. Thank you for watching this episode. If you found it insightful, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your thoughts or experiences. Your engagement helps us continue to provide content that empowers you with the knowledge and wisdom to navigate the complexities of relationships and human psychology. Remember, the journey of understanding and connection is ongoing, and every step you take towards deeper awareness is a step towards building more meaningful and fulfilling relationships. Stay tuned for more insights and lessons inspired by the wisdom of the Stoics.